right, once again, good morning, afternoon, evening, all that stuff. I'm Andi Osters. This is Andi Frushour, Commissioner of Monkeyball, PlayMonkeyball.com. Welcome back to the second webisode of Monkeyball TV, your place to get ready for the 5th Annual World Championships this Saturday. We're going to get right to it. I want to thank the Spartan Hall of Fame for hosting us once again. They were kind enough yesterday to have us, and they have us again today. Go figure. Who else do we need to thank, Commissioner?
Big B Coffee, Casey'sHead.com. Thanks to all three sponsors for helping make this a great event. Thank you to the three sponsors.
Whoever invented beer, also.
And beer.
Thank them.
Beer is a sponsor.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to get right to it. This webisode is dedicated entirely to the morning qualifying session for our top 16 ranked players, which are located, if you're on the Play Monkeyball site, up to the left-hand corner. Let's get right to it.
Let's start talking about the top 16. And the reason we're talking about the top 16 is they are in their own group. 12 of these 16 players will automatically qualify for the afternoon session. All they have to do is win one of their first two matches.
Center court carnage.
Center court. So if you want to see these players play, they'll be on the center courts right at the beginning of the day. 4 of them, though, won't automatically qualify. They'll have to play a play-in game to get there.
And you'll understand more about this as we discuss the group.
Let's get to the top 16. Let's count them down.
I think a little bio is necessary. Let's start with number 16. Out of the Simcoe troop, Kevin Singleton from Birmingham, Alabama.
Number 16 just snuck in. He's got game. I played him this spring in Alabama.
Beat him 3 times, correct?
He's got game.
Beat him
He's
3
scared
times?
of me.
Yeah,
and
well,
he should be.
You're a big, scary man.
Yeah. 3-0 lifetime against Kevin Singleton. Bring it on, Simcoe.
Moving on. Number 15, Todd Byers, hailing out of Grand Ledge, Michigan. A Comet, right?
Well, I don't know if he was a Comet. He's a Comet now.
Okay.
Had kind of a quiet summer in Grand Ledge. That crew usually plays a lot. Haven't heard much from Todd.
Dude, gave you all you could handle when you took him on.
At MB3. This is 2 years ago. We'll be all right.
Uh-huh. Okay, number 14, Monkeyball Jesus, Eric Tronoski, hailing from St. Petersburg, Florida. Yes,
He's coming up from Florida for the event. You know, the Monkeyball Jesus has always fared well in the morning qualifying.
Is he going to wear Birkenstocks again? Do you think? I mean, would you put money on it?
Birkenstocks.
Tevas.
He just
Keens.
walks on water.
That's what it is.
He finally had his first afternoon win last year when he beat an ordained minister.
That's
Seriously,
sad.
Josh Viss.
Let's go with number 13 from Indiana, Logansport. Daddy, Chuck Tronoski, Eagles listener.
He does. You'll see him with his
loves him some Hotel California.
He'll be rocking the iPod. Finished second at Monkeyball 2, no, Monkeyball 1.
Yeah,
Jim
second.
Blair won
Yeah.
Monkeyball 1. I think he's a dark horse to pull this thing off.
Don't
Number
tell,
13.
but I agree with you.
Right.
Number 12, Dan Keitel, hailing from Indianapolis.
Recent transplant to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Probably very good player, but probably the biggest underachiever in Monkeyball World's history.
Yeah, he just gets like knee shaking nervous, especially against his brother-in-law.
Yeah. Against me, against Casey. He's going to be good. Watch out for Dan Keitel.
Dan, I got your number. Number 11, Andrew Alexander, hailing from Kalamazoo, coming in from the west side.
He made lots of noise as a rookie at MB3.
Big
knocked
noise.
off Dean Allen. Oh, I said it.
Just stop saying his name.
I said it. All right,
Stop saying his name.
He knocked off Dean in game 1 of the day. We all know how that turned out. Dean fought back, made it to the championship. Andrew actually lost in the Monkeyball World Championship
Yes.
to Dean at MB3.
Yes.
Hasn't played it all this year, though. He's going to be rusty.
Number 10, firefighter Dan Renner.
Dan Renner, number 10. His buddy Tony Fuller, the East Lansing cop, thinks he's better. We'll let them fight it out at MB5.
I hope he wears those Oakleys again, those really crazy, intimidating Oakleys. Anyway, number 9, Andy Keitel, another Keitel brother. There's only 2, but another one.
He's the lefty.
Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor. He throws the heat. Traddy, one of a few traddies.
And we'll get to what traddy is. If you don't know what traddy is, we're going to get to it. Moving on, Kevin Guns.
Always a threat to make the afternoon. I don't know how he threw traddy last year as well. He beat Chuck in the quarterfinals. Chuck T.
I feel like I've seen his upper thigh area. Is that true? Have I seen his? Well,
He may have.
Yeah.
He may have. But
that sounded inappropriate, but it wasn't. Like
I was trying to move on. He always makes a long run in the afternoons.
Okay, now we're getting into some serious ballers here. Number 7, Andy Dressler, Grand Rapids.
He's always done well in qualifying as well.
What can you say about him?
Here's what I'll say. He's always been tratty. Switched to the pinch just recently. He busted out the pinch for MB5.
Shut up.
Move on.
All right, so number 6, Jeremy Foco.
Yeah, Jeremy's from Lansing. He's kind of the unknown, the Monkeyball unknown. I haven't played him. Have you played him?
No, but I know someone who has.
Yeah, Andrew.
I actually know pretty much everyone who has.
Yeah.
That's not even a good point. I mean, he's in the top 16. He's got a pretty decent draw. We'll see how he does. Moving on, number 5, your little brother, Casey Frushour.
Casey finished 3rd at the first 2 Monkeeballs. He's also a
Newlywed.
rocking the Princh.
Newlywed.
Princh. Rocking the Princh. Newlywed. I think he's a year old.
I'm beating you.
Yeah.
Brent Morrow, number 4. Oh boy, this guy. Always a bridesmaid, isn't he? Except in his own tournaments. That's kind of fishy, don't you think?
It's only been one.
Stock in the water with some...
He's played, I guess, those doubles tournaments. He must have had a good partner for those doubles tournaments.
Probably carried him the whole way.
But Brent is, he's made the semifinals twice. Last year he made it to the quarterfinals. He may not look that intimidating, but he is good.
Number 3,
he's won 3 in a row. He'll be gunning for his 4th. Very good. If he's a little bit off, just a little bit off, you can beat him. There's probably no doubt in anyone's mind.
I would say a lot off. I would say if he's a lot off, maybe you can beat him. If he's a little off, he still claws his way back. He's like a cockroach. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Number 2, Jason Salmon. This guy...
There's some controversy.
I feel like he's the real deal, but I've heard some things about some tournaments that are just little...
No. He's
what do you
all right.
think?
He's from Birmingham. He's Birmingham, Alabama, part of the Smoker
See, my
crew.
stat sheet says Marietta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He is from Marietta.
That's what my stat sheet says,
Yeah,
but I mean,
all
he's
his
the
family's
expert.
in Birmingham. He's very good. He's only played in 1 World Championships. The Smoko do play very large tournaments, and he's always done very well.
He does do well. And then we have the number 1 ranked player, Andi Frushour. This crazy dude who just kind of wheels and deals.
Here's what I'll say.
What are you going to say?
Second place, I finished 2nd last year.
Yes?
Every year, the 2nd place finisher from the year before has not done well at Worlds.
That is true.
Chuck Chernosky at MB finished 2nd at MB1, at MB2, did not do well, did not qualify.
Things to say, oh, keep going.
Curtis McFall at MB2 finished 2nd, didn't qualify for the afternoon at MB3. Andrew Alexander finished 2nd at MB3, did not do well at MB4.
Tanked.
I finished 2nd at MB4. What happens this year? We'll see.
I've got ideas about it. We'll get to those in webisode number 5, which you're going to want to start filling out your brackets now, folks. Moving on.
Let's. Who do you think? Who's going to be your top 4 coming out of this top 16?
I'll tell you, we agree on this.
We
We
do
talked
agree.
about it. I like Dean. I like Jason Salmon. I like you. And I like Chuck Chernosky. Chuck Chernosky is the guy who's he hasn't really performed all that well, but I like him coming out of this group. He's had a hot summer.
I'll take the same top 4. Different order, but we'll take the same top 4.
Love it. Love it.
How about the people that are going to finish in your bottom 4? Who are those 4 that are going to have that nervous match, that nervous play-in match at the end of the day?
Well, boys, don't hate on me, but I got Andi Keitel. I got your brother, Casey Frushour, who's going to absolutely tank. I'm concerned about him. I've looked at his records lately. I'm not feeling it, Case. And then I got Todd Byers and Foco. Yeah, Jeremy, I don't think this is your year.
Well, I'm not going to be quite as harsh, but I also agree that Todd and Jeremy may be on the hot seat.
Yeah.
My other 2, Kevin Guns. Sorry, bud. I know you're going to use that to talk smack against
Really?
me. I got Kevin Guns in the playing game, and then my surprise, because I got to tell you, there is a group of 4: Brent Morrow, Chuck Chernosky, Dan Keitel, Casey Frushour. One of those 4 is going to finish in 4th out of that group.
Yeah, I mean, that's horrible.
Brent Morrow's my guy. Sorry, Brent, but I have you going long in the afternoon.
Oh, isn't that nice? Well, we got to wrap things up. Next episode, you can look forward to us detailing groups A and B. I want to thank the Spartan Hall of Fame, Big B Coffee, and Casey'sHead.com.
Yep.
Stay tuned. We'll be
See you
here tomorrow.